Welcome back to the Caribou Data Science Channel. It is Friday, December the 4th, 2020. And before we get started here with the report for Israel, I do have a couple of favors to ask. First of all, if you click the description below, you can see a link that says "Buy me a coffee." Well, I'd appreciate if you would click on that link and buy me a coffee. Okay. Secondly, if you haven't done so already, click the subscribe button down the bottom below the bottom right corner of your screen. And also, don't forget to click the bell so you get all the notifications every time I update a report. And finally, don't forget to smash that like button. Also, share this. If you know some Jewish people, if you have friends in Israel, share their support with them. Okay, because my report comes without any bias whatsoever. I'm simply reporting the plain old numbers. Okay, no magic, no smoke and mirrors, no hidden agenda. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's run this report for Israel. Israel has been in a lockdown for 2 or 3 weeks. Okay, KCS are currently averaging 1,013 cases per day, but only about 8 or 9 deaths per day, with a mortality rate of 1.2%. Now, if we plot this, here's the 1.2%, the red line, and here's the climb back up. Now, it appears that the mortality rate is falling back down to almost 0%, which is probably a little low. It's probably closer somewhere around in here. It's probably closer to maybe 0.75%. Let's just say it's at 1%. Okay, it's below 1%. Take a look at cases, you can see there is a little bit of an increase, but it is basically flat, follow a long decline. Deaths, interesting enough, fell down. Now they're kind of almost parallel to this 10 deaths per day line right there. If you zoom in, you can see a little bit more of an increase there. And now you got this here. Okay. If we look at Israel's weekly cases, you can see the cases are still relatively low. This is 5,000. This is 10,000. So you can see for the since late October, early September. I'm sorry. So since middle or late October, you've seen a decline, and the cases have remained by weekly cases that were still below 1,000 for this week with 1 day to go. I'm sorry, below 10,000 with 1 week to go. Deaths, they're more difficult to forecast because they got these wild numbers here on a weekly basis. We can look at a monthly case. You can see that well, November was actually the lowest monthly total for cases so far. Remains to be seen what's going to happen in December. If we look at deaths in November, we can see that they were the second lowest monthly total for COVID-19 deaths. So what's the good news for Israel? Excuse me. Well, I guess maybe that the deaths and cases are holding even. Okay. They appear to be leveling off somewhat. I guess that's the good news for Israel. So anyway, thanks so much for your time. We'll catch you on the next report.